What is up? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be telling you guys how you're going to use liquidity to find your entries, to find your exits and where you want to target once you get into trades. Because I've been getting a lot of questions about you're getting lots of stops at break even and you're not hitting take profit. Or you're just hitting your stop loss and you might be targeting too much. So in this video, I am going to be explaining to you where you want to put your take profits to make sure that you are maximizing the amount of profits that you can make in specific trades. So when we are talking about liquidity, there are three main different types of liquidity. There is, firstly, you have trendline liquidity, which is also called low resistance liquidity. All this is let's say you have a trend line. So right here, imagine that these lines are all price actions, and every time that the price comes into this zone here, this trend line, price taps off this trend line and keeps going upwards. So what can we do with this information? We know that lots of retail traders are all putting their stop losses like this at this point in the market every single time that price comes and taps this trend line. So there will be stop losses, there will be stop losses, here will be stop losses. So here there are lots of stop losses in the market. If you don't know what liquidity is, then all liquidity is just where stops lay in the market. So where people's money are resting with stop losses in the market. That's all liquidity means. So as you now know, there's lots of liquidity sitting here because all of the retail traders, they are all longing this trend line here. So what we can do with that information is we can probably predict, obviously, if we get a setup, that price action is going to want to come and sweep all of this liquidity so that we can make profits in the market. Okay, so that is your first type of liquidity. Now another type of liquidity is just swing highs and swing lows in the market. So if we're looking at this example right here, there is liquidity here in the market, there is liquidity here. This is all just swing highs and swing lows. Obviously this is a swing low example. So here is lots of different liquidity points in the market. Now this swing highs and swing lows is mainly where we will be looking to take our profits or take our partials in the market. This is where you're going to want to place most of your top take profits is at these swing highs and swing lows points. Now as well as that, we also have equal highs and equal lows. This is my favorite type of liquidity, as I find this being just the most profitable way that I target. If I see any equal highs in the market or equal lows in the market, I know that these are most likely going to hit, obviously if we get the right setup in that direction. Okay, so as you can see right here, all equal highs is when price comes into the same spot of price action more than once without sweeping the liquidity. So when price literally comes to the exact same point in the market, this is called equal highs. And obviously you can have the same with equal lows if the price comes to the same point in the market more than once as well. You can also get triple equal lows or quadruple equal lows on highs, but obviously that is a lot more rare than just seeing equal highs in the market. Now another question I'm getting asked quite a lot is, what time frame do you want to look at and find this liquidity? Now the higher the time frame you're on, the more relevant that the liquidity is. So if we're looking at the 5-minute chart and we have equal highs on the 5-minute chart, they are a lot stronger than if we have equal highs or equal lows on the 1-minute chart. Okay, so just keep that in mind when you're trading. You want to always check the higher time frames, check if there are equal highs on the higher time frames, because if there is equal highs on the higher time frame as well as the lower time frame, then you are most likely just recognizing a lot more liquidity in the market. Now, let's go to some live examples. So I spoke about this silver bullet trade yesterday in yesterday's video, but what we are actually going to do here is, because I've had some people asking, where would I put the take profit in this instance? So as you can see, this is okay, wait there. Okay, yeah, here. This is not so. Okay, I'm on the wrong time frame. That's why I was getting confused then. So sorry about that. As you can see right here, on the 1 minute time frame, this is the silver bullet setup being played out right here. We have our displacement with a value gap being created at 11 past 10 in the market. Therefore, this is our silver bullet macro. We get our fair value gap, we get our displacement. If you're unsure what the silver bullet trade is, then just go to one of my previous videos. So here we have the silver bullet long trade. So we would enter into the market as soon as price taps back into this trade, into this fair value gap right here. Now you might be wondering, where would I put my take profit? Now, first of all, let's start with our stop loss. I like to put stop losses as long as they're not too big at swing lows or swing highs. But as you can see here, this stop loss would just be too big, so I just move this stop loss just below this bullish order block right there. Okay, so that is where I would put the stop loss. But with the take profit, you have lots of different potential options that you could put the take profit. As you can see, firstly, let's just mark out the different types of liquidity. So we have a little bit of low resistance liquidity right here, but it's not a lot at all, but it's something to note. As well as that low resistance liquidity that we have up there, we also have a swing high right here. As you guys know, a swing high is just when we come, if we are trending in a direction and we have a tiny pullback or a big candle, just where it sticks out of price action, really, that is a swing high. So for me personally, this here would be my first target. It is also a nice 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. When you're trading, you don't really want to be taking anything less than a 1-to-1, just because over time it is not very good and you won't be seeing the best rewards. So you want to make sure that you're getting over a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. As you can see, this is a nice 1-to-1 risk reward ratio. It is targeting this liquidity here. As well as this liquidity here, we also have a nice bearish fair value gap above that hasn't been mitigated yet. So what I mean by that is price action just hasn't came and filled this fair value gap yet. Therefore, we could easily come up and fill this fair value gap before we either carry on going back down, like and following this trend, or we could get a change in market structure and go for the upside. But obviously we did not know that at this point, so we are just looking for where we want to take our profits. So this would be my first target. Now I know some of you are probably wondering, could you target here for your first target? Yes, you could. It is a bit risky, as I said, because we do have liquidity right here. So price could easily come up, sweep this liquidity, tap into this fair value gap, and then carry on going down. Or but yeah, price could definitely want to come up for this liquidity as well. But as you know, we don't know what price action wants to do. So just to be safe, I'll put my first take profit here. If I wanted to leave runners, I'd leave a runner to that, or even for this swing high up here. But all you need to make sure that you do is, once you take your first take profit, as well as taking partials here, or even taking 100%, but if you don't take 100% of profit and you want to leave runners, make sure that you put your stop loss to break even, so you're not losing any money on the trade. And if we play at the price action, as you can see here, we would have hit our take profit 1. We would move our stop loss to break even, and let's say we are just targeting up here, our stop loss would now be at break even. As you can see, price hits that main take profit there, and then the rest is stopped out at break even, so we would not lose any more money there. So yeah, this is just how you're going to use liquidity to find your exits in the market. I hope this video helped.